Hello, beautiful brave hearts. Eek. So excited. The Get Over Your Ex in 3 Months or Less program is officially open. Y'all ready to change everything in the best way? This is your official invitation to the How to Get Over Your Ex in 3 Months or Less program. I am so pumped. Like I said before, no matter how long you were together, no matter how long you've been trying to get over your ex, you can literally get over your ex in 3 months or less. And I want you to feel fully secure in yourself, confident in your decisions, so much so that you're no longer pining over someone who left you, but you're radically and rapidly calling in all the things that are for you. So you can go ahead and save your spot at www.dorothyabjohnson.com/getoveryourex. All right, so this is what's happening. The Get Over Your Ex in 3 Months or Less program makes your breakup as good as forgotten in your life, even richer than when he was in your life, no matter how long your relationship was, right? So what we're doing is we're going to create a life you're so obsessed with that stalking your ex's social media or texting him never even enters your mind, okay? We're gonna stop your ex from living rent-free in your mind all day and all night. Stop thinking about him more than you think about you. And we're gonna build a life better than the one that you had with your ex in a way that feels as good as done, okay? And I really want you to picture this for a second. We talked about this in the episode that I dropped on Monday, the bonus episode, but I really need you to picture this. You ready? Imagine yourself 3 months from now. That would be before Thanksgiving, which is so important to remember. Before Thanksgiving, the only reason your ex is on your mind is because he is the one that reached out to you, and not one fiber in your being is tempted to respond. You feel the kind of emotional security that attracts the healthiest kind of relationships into your life. You're finding the right people who are more than excited about who you already are. You don't compromise yourself. You don't worry about saying the right thing. You aren't pretending to have hobbies and interests that you don't actually have to keep them in your life. Not only are you over your ex, you are over your old habits and the beliefs that have kept you in these very low-level relationships. You've elevated your life to the level and standard where you get to call in the qualities you want in a relationship, and you feel very confident in discerning how to turn away anything that is not for you. You made your breakup more than a thing of your past, but you made it a lesson about what you no longer tolerate in your life moving forward. And you raise yourself up in such a way that your breakup is as good as forgotten. It's actually something you'll never tolerate in your life again. What? I want that for you. Keep that visual in your brain. That is what you are creating, okay? We're creating a life that is bigger and better than the one that you had with your ex. So here are the details. Like I've said before, this is first come, first serve. Okay, so make sure you go save your spot now. It opened this morning at 5 a.m. You get immediate access to coaching calls, emotional clearing, all kinds of amazing, beautiful content. It's like the podcast on steroids. You get specific breakup advice from me. Literally today, you could send me a message today and get immediate breakup advice inside of this program. So this is a live coaching experience that helps you get over your ex and build a better life than the one that you had with him, okay? So here's what is all involved in terms of logistics, just in case you're not familiar. So we've got the secret formula to get over your ex masterclass. Okay, if you're feeling lost and you don't know where to start after this earth-shattering breakup, or you're feeling like you've tried everything Google would offer you, the masterclass walks you through the signature Get Over Your Ex framework step by step, and it gets you over your ex in 3 months or less. You can forget the outdated advice from Google. You learn from short, powerful, and impactful lessons that actually reduce your desire for an attachment to your ex. And you'll have lifetime access to this masterclass so that you never have to worry about experiencing heartbreak again. If you like this podcast, this masterclass is like the podcast on steroids, okay? Secondly, you will have a retreat calendar that is launched every month. This is where the concepts that you're learning turn into your reality. It actually takes it from conceptual to application. We reset with coaching calls and check-in calls. We reconnect with Heartbreak Happy Hour and other invites where we get to hang out with the Brave Heart community. And we rejuvenate with deep dive workshops and guest speakers. There's so many calls happening every single week. Whether you're being the one coached or watching the coaching, you'll never leave the session without a personal transformation. Getting over your ex becomes as good as done in these sessions, and you can expect a variety of days and times for all these call types. Whether it's coaching, workshop, guest speakers, the schedule will be released monthly so you can put it in your calendar to attend. Now, something I hear quite often is, what if I really want more one-to-one advice? I want to get on a call with you just one-to-one, and I really need you to know this. This is a very personalized approach. This program, as it stands, is a personalized approach to heartbreak. Simply because you're in a group container does not mean you do not get one-to-one advice and help. Your advice is 100% personalized and custom to you at every point along your journey. While on coaching calls, when you submit your feedback, when you ask questions, all of it is tailored to your specific situation. Okay? And with that being said, many of you feel as if you're the only one. And trust me, I get it. I felt like no one understood, and I felt like my situation was one of a kind. And while that totally might be true, I've been doing this work for 4 years now, and I've seen the craziest things. So not even just once, but multiple times. So you're not the first person who's been cheated on. You're not the first person who's getting over an ex from an affair. You're not the first person who is actually getting over an affair and still has a husband. So I could go on, but it's really important that you get in this group container so it normalizes and neutralizes your situation. You can see all of these badass women who are also struggling with a lot of the same things you're struggling with. I promise you, it has been the cheat code to your heartbreak that you've been missing. 3, we have monthly breakthrough scorecards. So this is really important for tracking progress. I really want to ensure that you truly get over your ex in 3 months or less. And at the beginning of the program, you're going to identify, how will I even know if I'm over my ex? And you'll rate your desire and your attachment on a 10-point scale. You'll have a quantified way to measure your progress throughout the program at beginning, middle, and end. And those check-ins will be sent to me. You report your progress using a proven evaluation process and metrics to guarantee your success. So this is the program where no brave heart gets left behind. Another component of this experience is the Brave Heart community. So this is an amazing tool that really surprised me, to be quite honest. But the Brave Heart community is the cheat code to heartbreak that, again, you didn't know you needed. It gives you access to others who are going through the same thing to gain perspective, support, and accountability. You feel seen and heard as you celebrate wins, have discussions about what's going on, and while you're all working towards healing heartbreak and creating lives you never knew were possible during a time that can typically feel really lonely and isolating. Another component of this experience is unlimited breakup advisor feedback. So you're going to have the opportunity to get answers to all of your burning breakup questions, feedback on homework and assignments and concepts, and help with your specific breakup situations in between calls using the unlimited breakup advisor's feedback. Now, by utilizing this portion of the program, there's no way you won't get over your ex and build a life better than the one that you had with him in 3 months or less. Lastly, you get the Breakup Bible and protocols. So the Breakup Bible makes the breakup process clearer, simple, and easy to understand. It gives you the activities needed to support and guide you as you go through the masterclass content and learn these new tools. It takes all these concepts from conceptual to application, and they help you design your breakup protocols specific to you. We rewrite your breakup story, design your worthiness tree, so that you know exactly what to do and when you're following the videos. Bonus, it actually starts out with a Braveheart success plan, so you'll know exactly what you need to be doing when to make the most of your entire 3-month experience. And at this point, who doesn't love a physical gift with their virtual experience? We will totally ship it to you. We even ship internationally. So if you're in a completely different country, if you're not in the United States, that's not a problem. We still ship it to you. Now, here's the thing, guys. Just by learning how to feel better during a breakup without having to wait for time to go by or distracting yourself or being wrapped up in, do I go no contact or do I stay in contact? You're going to unlock a lot of added benefits to your life, okay? Increase certainty in yourself and your future. You're going to have less second guessing yourself, more decisive decision making, no more compromising for what you really want and doubting what's really available to you in your future. You get to feel good about who you are, the decisions you've made, and how you show up in the world. And that to me is priceless. Okay? Happier. Waking up, you guys, this hits home for me. Waking up wishing your real life was the dream is no way to live. And that used to be me. It's not just about the pain of the heartbreak. It's about the constant shoulding and wishing you would have been different or done something different that adds up. Okay? When we do this work, you get to feel happier when you've come to peace with how everything happened within your relationship and the breakup. Another thing is a better relationship with yourself. Okay? When you feel good about all the choices, especially with your choices in your relationship, including the one with yourself, you have more to give to the people you love and more energy to create a future that excites you when you spend less time mentally beating yourself up and talking negatively to yourself, okay? Creating a relationship with you that is impermeable. Increased brain clarity. So less mental exhaustion because you're no longer obsessing over someone you can't control means feeling more in control of your own life. Be highly focused and attentive to do the things you do have control. Yeah, to do the things you do have control over in your life, right? And that's so important, not only in your job, but just like in your personal life. Can you imagine being fully present for these amazing events? Or I even think about clients who have kids, just taking care of your kids, being fully present at their parties, not constantly thinking about your ex. So huge. And of course, we can always talk about more money and more time. Okay, it's not just the cost of the nights out with the girls. It's all the getting your hair and nails done, eating, smoking, shopping, drinking, traveling you do to feel better. I spend so much money just trying to feel better. And trust me, it adds up. Have more money because you won't be running from your feelings or trying to constantly fix yourself from a place of something's wrong with me. And same thing with the time, right? It's the mental real estate that your ex takes up in your mind. Think about how often you spend your time daydreaming about what your ex is doing, or daydreaming your ex is coming back, or ruminating about all the things that you wish he would have done, or that you wish you wouldn't have done, or maybe even having fake conversations in your mind about the last argument you had. What would you be doing with that time if it wasn't spent on someone who's no longer in your life? Okay? Now let's talk about some questions I get. All right. And we've talked about this before. So again, if you've heard me say this, you can just skip forward and go immediately to the dorothyabjohnson.com/get-over-your-ex to save your spot. But just in case, if you haven't, I've got to talk about two things. Sometimes y'all don't want to create the life you had with him on your own. And what I have to say to that is that you're not creating it on your own. Just because I say create that life on your own, I don't mean alone. I want you to become someone who's no longer attached to relationships working out, being emotionally free and certain about your ability to create whatever you want in your life, regardless of who's in it, because people come and go. And I want you to have the life that you want and allow those people to come and go and enjoy them while they're there and release them when they're not. And I always want you calling in what's for you, not trying to force people to stick into your life. It's so not a fun place to be. And relationships are so much more fun when the other person wants to be there with you. Okay? And the thing that I have to say is most of the time, people tell me I don't want to create what I wanted with him on my own. It's because they're scared. And I totally get it, right? You might just be afraid that it's going to be more difficult to do on your own and that it's going to be extremely lonely. But I promise you, it's actually a lot easier building a life that you genuinely love on your own because you're not constantly trying to compromise to have it fit alongside someone else. You just naturally find someone who loves that lifestyle and wants to live that lifestyle with you. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Now, the other thing is that when is the deadline? I hear this question a lot. Like, when's the last possible chance that I can sign up? And I get this question. I understand it conceptually and logically, and I've even been someone who asked this question. But I'm going to answer it, and then I'm going to take it a little bit deeper as your coach on this podcast, okay? So our official start date is 9/5, meaning September 5th, Monday. However, the program will fill before that date, so the sign-up page will be shut off as soon as it's filled. So I want to be clear about that. But secondly, as your coach, I don't want you to let yourself get into the habit of letting deadlines run your world, other people's deadlines. I think I did an entire podcast episode about deadlines, but when is the deadline for you? Like, at what point are you going to give yourself a deadline to stop accepting low-level relationships into your life? When is the deadline for you to create the life you wanted with him, but on your own, so that no one can ever take it away from you? When is the deadline for you to feel confident and you're secure in yourself and your choices and your decisions? Every moment you wait to save your spot, that's the result you're prolonging. Where do you want to be 3 months from now? Proud that you got over your ex, or regretful and disappointed that you're still hung up on the same person, giving him so much of your energy, effort, time, and money? You already know the answer to this question, and it's time to try something different. The Get Over Your Ex in 3 Months or Less program is the most comprehensive, fastest, and effective way to guarantee yourself a life your ex regrets leaving. And the only reason I know this, you guys, and I'm saying this from just pure authenticity, is I did everything. I know what works, and I know what doesn't work. And I totally understand that you might be nervous to invest $3,000, especially into something that's like, quote unquote, a breakup program. I totally get it. But what you're not seeing is that this is a bigger thing. This is way bigger than just a breakup program. This is about the rest of your life. It's about learning to turn situations that feel so outside of your control into your decision. I want you to be the person who's deciding who's in your life, not your ex. It's about that lifestyle and that home and that family that you want and you deserve to create for yourself. All of that does not require the ex that left. And how much of your time has been spent on scrolling through his Instagram stories, or scrolling through your Instagram stories looking to see if he's seen it, or having fake conversations with your ex, or worrying about how you won't be able to have kids or find someone as great as him. Meanwhile, your ex is out living his life and you're stuck living in the past, and I don't want that for any of you. Make sure the next minute you spend in your life is focused on your bigger and better life rather than your ex. This isn't a decision to spend $3,000 on a breakup program. This is a decision to invest $3,000 into guaranteeing yourself that you no longer live a less than life. That to me is so worth it. It's a decision to invest $3,000 into guaranteeing yourself a different everyday life experience than you're having right now. Your everyday life will be different in the best way. If you knew without a doubt that you'd succeed, right, in being able to do that and being able to get over your ex and build a life you love more than the one that you had with him, would you hesitate on that decision? No. All right, Braveheart. I really can't express how giddy and how excited I am to meet all of you inside of this program. I'm sending you all of the love. Please do not hesitate to reach out to me with any questions you might have. You can find me at Breakup Coach Dorothy on Instagram, or feel free to email me at dorothy@dorothyabjohnson.com. To save your spot immediately, you can go to www.dorothyabjohnson.com/getoveryourx. I'll drop the link in the show notes. Oh, and then lastly, I forgot to say that we do have a limited time bonus offer So if you sign up before August 26th, you will receive a included, customized breakup plan that is been created by, yours truly, me. So you'll submit your first check-in and I will customize your plan specific to you. And yes, just so much fun. I'm so excited. I love you all so, so much. And lastly, I do want to end just to make sure that we're all here on the same page. You will get over your ex. I have no doubt in your ability to do that. You will get over your ex. I just want you to know that it doesn't have to be alone. It doesn't have to be lonely. It doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be this constant trial and error. It can be different. And it can be in a way that guarantees yourself that, a year from now, if you smell a whiff of his cologne, you don't spiral into a nostalgic, memory pool where you just completely fall apart again. There's a difference. And I only know this because I've lived both experiences, and I know what works. I know what doesn't work. I've been doing this for a long time. I've helped a lot of people, and I will not stop. I will continue to try to help as many brave hearts heal from heartbreak differently so that we can have different kinds of relationships. Because even if you get back together with your ex, like I said before, I'm not against my people getting back together with their exes. But even if you get back together with your ex and you haven't done this work, the relationship will feel uneven, unequal, and you're going to be terrified that they're going to leave again. And that's not a way to live. I want you to live a high vibe, very high quality, healthy relationship, regardless of whether it's with your ex or someone new. And doing this work, doing this healing work, and doing it in the best, most efficient way is the way to get there. And I can help you. So I'm sending you so much love from the bottom of my heart. I hope to see you inside.